Hello everyone. Well, there's no one here yet, but I'm still saying hello. I'm on the iPad, so if I look a bit strange in colour and things, then that's probably why. I'm going to try and close the curtain a bit, but without knocking everything over. Um, so I'm just coming on because there's nothing really much else to do. I am going to vlog and uh, while I'm doing this. Hi Lisa. So I'm now vlogging and I have decided to go live today. So come and, well, you can't really come and join me because it's already been done. But yeah, I just thought I'd go live. So this is it at the moment. You can see all the mess in the background as well now, look. So yeah, I've decided to go live. I just thought I would quickly do that on the daily vlog. Hi Nathan, hi Karen, how are you? I hope you're all keeping safe. It is a really funny angle just because, yeah, I'm on the iPad. I am currently knitting as well on, I brought my other table over, on here. I'm very quiet. Oh, this is Ian's iPad, so I don't really know, I don't want to shout too much. I will try and raise my voice a little bit, but I don't want to shout too much because it's very quiet all around. And obviously everyone's at home, so everyone's going to hear me. But I just thought I'd quickly come on and say hello to you all and interact. It's okay doing vlogs and things, but you don't get the interaction that you do with a live. I don't know whether any of you follow Jan and her lives on a Saturday, and I just really like to interact. And I don't talk much on there, but I'm always listening in and watching your conversations and things like that. So that's, I know it's a bit sporadic and I haven't really let anyone know that I'm doing this, but I thought, well, majority of people are going to be at home anyway. So, but how have you all been? What are you all up to? How are you keeping yourself occupied while you're at home? Unless obviously you're a key worker, then you will still be working. I think this is the reflection to my coffee. Good old coffee. Ian is still at work, unfortunately. He works for Network Rail, and they are described as a key worker, an essential worker, however you want to say it, put it, whatever. Obviously, they've got to keep the railway going if people are still going to try and get to work and things and whatever. So, yeah, all his yard are still at work. He's out and about at the moment. He's actually stuck on the M11 as they've shut the M11 and there's a big fire. So he's stuck not moving on the M11, and he's just rang me to say his cousin's about 4 or 5 cars behind. I don't think they're getting too close. I don't actually think they've got out the vans, but he's also put it on Facebook as well. It's really annoying on the iPad because the comments disappear. Thanks Nathan, nice surprise. I just thought might as well come on here and see what everyone's up to. Charity crochet squares. Oh, what's that for, Karen? A forky. Oh, Casey would love that, Lisa. She's obsessed with Toy Story, but I'm just not in the mood for amigurumis at the moment. I'm doing well. I feel fine in myself. I haven't really been anywhere other than Tesco on Tuesday. Well, no, I'm not going to say I haven't really been anywhere. I haven't been anywhere other than Tesco on Tuesday to get the rest of the week shopping. So I haven't got to go out until next week to get food shopping. we we have 8 toilet rolls left, so everyone I'm using, I'm counting down. Oh no, we've only got this, we've only got that. How pathetic is it? But I didn't go out and panic buy toilet rolls. So yeah, that's a little crazy. I'm just gonna try and move the iPad down a bit because I feel like I'm trying to sit up a bit. I've got my cardigan on because I'm cold even though the sun is shining. You might wobble a little bit. You're on a box, so just bear with. And you're probably going to get my hand in the thing now. Let's try and do this. Sorry. Just try and do this without making too much of a noise. I don't know whether that will be better. Now that's really low. Let's go back a bit. Let me just read your comments. Oh, that's really good. Is it part of... Oh, I know Sean used to make the blankets. Woolly Hugs, is it? They did loads of charity stuff. And I know that Sean used to put loads of blankets together. You get all the squares, but you're making the squares. I don't know. A bit random me saying that. But I know Woolly Hugs is a charity that does things for all around the world. So I know they did a big Belarus project, and they did for the homeless and the children and all different bits and bobs. I'm just working on my top. Oh, nearly dropped the yarn on the floor. Nearly. I'm just working on my top, and I have a aim for today to get to 44 rows. I'm on the next row is row 30, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get to row 44 today. And I do want to finish my socks, my March socks. If you are on Instagram and you knit socks, then follow my hashtag. But yeah, I do want to get the socks finished because I want to make some more, and I've got lots of yarn caked up ready to make some, so why not? Hookers and Clickers, is that another charity? Or am I just being dumb? But other than crocheting and watching YouTube, there's not really much that I'm getting on with. I know I am vlogging, but I'm trying to keep it interesting. And I know everyone has said carry on and sort of vlog what I get up to, which is not a lot when I'm at home. And I do think that in years to come, these videos will be really interesting. I did actually go to the post. I was going to go to the post office today. I had some Etsy orders that I wanted to post, and Ian sort of left for work at the same time, and he said to me, "Oh, do you mind just popping over to, like, when you're there, just getting me a bottle of drink or something, because we've got nothing here for him to take." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll pick up a drink for you." And I walked out of the street, and it was like a ghost town. There was literally me walking across the road. Every single shop was closed. There was not a car on the road other than Ian pulling out of the turning in the van. So I think people are listening, and I think it's obviously taken a couple of days for people to actually think, oh my goodness, I need to stay indoors. But it was so strange, really strange. I don't really want to talk about politics and things on here, but obviously your experiences, if you've been out and about for strolls or exercise and things, walking the dog, whatever, it is just really strange. And I just think that hopefully people will listen and stay indoors, because when I went out last week, when I got my glasses fixed and then I broke down, I don't actually think I even said anything about me breaking down last week. The market was still heaving. Like, I went to Walthamstow Market to get my glasses fixed. I went Specsavers, and they the market was heaving with people, and it was like really strange. Hi Cindy. Oh, thank you. I don't feel it. Just because no makeup. I tinted my eyebrows just so I didn't have to put my eyebrows on. So I tinted them. There's actually no makeup. But so yeah, the market was still heaving, and it was just crazy. And then like today, hopefully there's no one walking down the market or just exercising, walking up and down, and that's it. It was the longest market in Europe at one stage. It's like over a mile long. So it's good to walk up and down and know you've done over 2 miles, I suppose, like walking or jogging or whatever. Yeah, pink vibe. I just literally pulled this out the wardrobe, and my cup is pink. Oh my god, I didn't even realise. Yeah, I like pink. Pink nails, pink hair, pink cardigan, pink cup, pink yarn. Yeah, everything's a bit pink, isn't it? I think you all know by now that pink is my favourite colour, and I wear a lot of pink. I have a lot of pink. It is very eerie, really eerie, and it's like you don't. Where I live, obviously, you've all seen like where I live and whatever. It's sort of round the back of everywhere, so we have a row of houses in front there, and they are what face the main road, so we can't see the main road, we don't hear the main road, and even out the back is the car park, so you don't really see what's going on out there anyway. And then when I walked out this morning, I was just a bit like, oh. And then it's literally, you walk out of my turning and the post office is there, and I just looked round to me and I went, it's closed. But the post box was still working, and it had today's date on it, it had what time it was going to be collected and everything. So I did say in my vlog this morning that I will be only posting twice a week, sorry, if I do get Etsy orders, just because I would have to take them to the I think the main sort of sorting office. But yeah, that's not a problem. I will do my shopping on those days if I need anything, and try and get everything sort of done at once. No, there's nothing wrong with pink. I love pink. I've always been a girly girl, and I've always sort of really liked pink, and I don't mind purple, to be honest. Purple's a nice colour, but I think pink is my favourite. I just regret getting this tattoo in this colour. I know it's purple, and I just didn't want pink. I thought everyone has pink. This was years and years ago. Everyone has pink lilies, blah blah blah, even though I've got pink lilies on my back now. But I just wished that I'd got my wrist lily in a pink as well. I have all my cherry blossoms in pink on that wrist. But yeah, I just love a bit of pink. Can't go wrong with pink. Even though I don't really have that much pink yarn, that is what I'm really surprised about. I have more blue and sort of, yeah, like I don't have a lot of pink yarn. I normally buy blue, grey, white and things like that. So that's one thing I'm surprised about. I don't really need these on at the moment, do I? Yellow. I quite like yellow. My car is red and yellow, so I have sort of got into the yellow vibe recently, just because when we was going out, when we was going out and everything, with the cars and showing them and going to car shows, whatever, I was buying everything yellow. I'm just going to text Ian back to say that I am live. Yes, it is because I crochet for my two nephews, but I have a basket here full of yarn, it's probably going to blow out, but this is blue. This is blue. This is grey, and this is like a burgundy ready colour. Oh, I don't think there's a, no, there's no, it's just 110, the shade. And I have pulled this out because I don't think she's here at the moment, but Tracy Darby on Ravelry, she also comments on my videos as well. Sorry, I just need to sit back in the chair a bit. She has gifted me this beautiful Bradley cardigan pattern, and I'm going to stripe this pattern in those colours, and that is going to be my next project once I've finished the top. I have finished the shawl. If you watched the vlog that was up this morning, I have finished the shawl, so I have a sort of free project, but I do want to get this top done because I'm getting a bit overwhelmed with having too many bits on the go, and I just want to have, I don't want to be monogamous, don't get me wrong, but now I go through stages. You all know what I'm like. I go through stages where I want loads of things, and then I just want one, and then I want loads of things, and so yeah. But I also need to make things to go in my little flower pot men. I'm going to put these back on because I'm going to knit in a little while and just have a sort of knit and natter with you. But I have 3 of these, and I was planning on putting crochet cactuses in them. One's in green, and I've got 2 in the grey. Let me just get the other one, and then this one which sits sort of like that, so the arms at the front and then the legs, which I think are so cute. Bill's, our friend, 3D printed them, and I think they are going to be really cute with cactuses or some sort of plant in them that I can make. Obviously there's no drain hole or anything, so I don't want to put soil in, as I've learned from my cactuses, as that big pot hasn't got no drain holes, and I think I've just overwatered them, and yeah, I think they're just dying because I've overwatered them. No pink. No, green and grey. I don't know where the green came from, to be honest. Yeah, Chan's favourite. I really don't know where the green, obviously, filament come from, but I think it's quite cool. Obviously, it's the light is blowing it out, isn't it? But you get the gist of it. I think just a crochet something would be better than putting a proper plant in. I have put my spider plant back up there, and as you can see, can you see the long baby? I've got to move that again later because Ian's putting the surround sound thing, me bobbing, so he's going to be doing that later. Matches my glasses, yeah, it does. I love these glasses, but they don't really match my hair very well. That's the only problem. They're so comfortable, and the other pair that I bought that I went to get repaired last week, they are grey with like an orangey stripe that you can't really tell that it's not bright orange or anything. It's like a tanny colour orange. They're so uncomfortable. I just can't wear them with them being comfortable. I don't know why. Very similar to this. I think they're a bit more like sort of cat eye-ish shaped. But I just can't get them to be comfortable. So yeah, I just wear these all the time. I do try and keep these at home. I've just dropped the yarn on the floor. I do try and keep these at home as much as I can because I like to have them in my knitting bags and things. But I have got the other ones in a case in my handbag. So if I do take anything out, then like knitting crochet wise, then I know I've got glasses because I can't see anything otherwise. Not that I need glasses all the time. It's more for, I would say, once I stop looking at my knitting or my crochet and I look away, everything's really blurry. So it's obviously the close concentration. Then when I look far away, that's when it goes a bit crazy. I'm getting in the sun now. I'm like, well, that's not the sun, but The sun's coming round. I should have sat the other way, shouldn't I? But never mind. I could have sat over there. But what is everyone working on? Nathan, you got anything on the go at the moment? I'm going to stop rambling. I ramble too much, don't I? Ramble, ramble, ramble. How many people on? 9 people. Has everyone said hello? Don't be shy. No need to be shy. It's a perfect opportunity to chat to everybody, because on a video, normal video that you put up, it's very hard. Oh, Nathan, you're still working on that. Wow, I bet it's humongous now. It's a nice way to interact with everybody and chat and so on and so forth. I know it's a really odd time of day as well, but I was just bored and thought, oh, I'll go live for a little while, see what happens. I can't go live on my computer because that just takes me down a rabbit hole of, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, and you need to do that to make it live, and then I do all that and it still don't work. So it's either my phone or the iPad, but this is Ian's iPad, because my one, I must have had a, well, it was my granddad's iPad, that was my aunt's iPad, so it's done the rounds of the family, but somewhere along the line, obviously it's had a new screen, and the glue that they repair it with or whatever has gone over the camera lens, so it's really, really blurry and it's not very clear. So hello, how are you? It's funny you say that, Nathan. They have sold their house. I haven't mentioned this in a vlog, I don't think, but they have sold their house and they are just waiting for is it surveyors to come and survey the house to make sure everything is fine. That was due to be done on Monday, but obviously they've cancelled because of the C word. And it's really, really strange because obviously we're in sort of lockdown at the moment, and for the next 3 weeks I'm not going to see my mum and dad, and Casey's not going to see my mum and dad, and the boys are not going to see my mum and dad, and things like that, and we're not going to see each other basically. And I said, oh, it's preparation for when you move to Spain. And they were both like, yeah, I suppose so. Like, it's a chance for us to get used to not seeing them. Obviously we can FaceTime and talk on the phone and things, and we did discover the other day that we can FaceTime each other all at the same time, so we can have all 4 of us FaceTiming each other, so that's really cool. I didn't even know that, so yeah. But they are going to be moving to somewhere before they move to Spain, if that makes sense. They'll need to have a accommodation before between moving out of the house and then moving to Spain. Obviously everything's on lockdown at the moment, so everything's on hold. The people that are buying the house, they haven't dropped out or anything, so that's really good. And they literally come to see the house, the people that are putting the offer, and 2 hours later put in the offer and said, yeah, like, this is the offer that we want to make. And it was the right price for my mum and dad, so it wasn't low or anything. It was a really good price. I don't want to put too much out there, but it was a really good price. It was what my mum and dad were asking for. So every time that we was going to my mum's, it was like, oh, it's really strange that we won't be going here much longer. But I'm really, really happy for them, and I just hope that everything runs smoothly. as it possibly can once all this is over and done with. But yeah, so they are going to be moving, which is pretty sad, but it's for the best for them if that's what they want to do. And I just hope that it just goes smoothly, basically, because no one wants a bumpy ride, do they, when they are selling a house. The good thing is the people that are moving in or have bought the house, not moving in, that have bought the house, there's no chain, so they are coming from parents' houses to live together in my mum's house, and then obviously there's no chain because my mum and dad are going to be moving anyway, so there's no chain, which is really good. Did I miss some comments? I know it's so horrible that on Mother's Day so many people didn't get to see the mum. It's awful. To be honest, me and my sister did go around my mum's. I know you might all bash me for that, but I didn't actually go anywhere, and my mum and my sister spend so much time together and they do everything together. So wherever my sister had been, my mum had been, and I hadn't really been anywhere anyway, so I thought, well, I've only been at home, so we kept our distance, we didn't go too close, and so on and so forth. And it was only on Friday that I saw my mum before that anyway. So, but now we are keeping our distance, not going around each other's houses, blah blah blah. My mum and dad's house is lovely. They actually, I don't know how much you sort of get to see of how the layout is from my vlogs and that, but where you go in from the kitchen round to the dining room table, that was a wall, and Ian and my dad actually knocked that through, so it was sort of all open planned, which is so much better. It's so nice like that. I love open planned. I wish that there was no wall between our living room and the kitchen, because I really like open plan kitchen and living room areas, as long as they're quite big and not sort of you're on top of it. But I like the open plan type thing. My mum's wallpaper is really lovely, but they have the house is really nice, and it is lovely, even before they was trying to sell it, obviously, but it's because when they were thinking about selling, it was like, oh, like we could all, me and my sister, we could all live in it, and I was like, but it's just not feasible because we haven't got the money. We don't have the money for a mortgage and the deposit and things like that, because otherwise we would, but we just don't have all that. So yeah. Hi Connie, how are you? A free holiday. Yeah, it would be. We just need to pay for flights. My mum's cousin, I think, lived out in Spain for quite a while. Well, for years and years and years. I think just recently she's come back. Her husband sadly passed away, and her children, one lived in Australia, and I think one lived in Spain. Maybe one lived in the UK. I can't remember now. But it's sort of the part of the family that we know, but we don't actually talk to very much. And they said that they can get flights really cheap, and to actually fly out to Spain, it's not expensive. It's more like the accommodation. So yeah, we would get cheap holidays. Hi Craft Angel. How long have they been there? I think they must have moved in 2004. I think it might have even been before that. So I passed my test in 2005, my driving test in 2005. They moved in the year before that, into December. So they've been there, what, 13, 14, 15, nearly, well, nearly 15 years. So they've been there quite a while. And it was, no, I never lived there, to be honest. So when I was born, we lived in Islington. We lived in City Road. People probably won't really know that area if they don't come from Islington or whatever. But I was born in Bartholomew's Hospital, Bart's Hospital. I'm really sorry about the light. Shall I try and close this curtain a bit? Just so that's not done anything. Hold on 1 second. Let me try and close the curtain a bit. Oh, that might be a bit better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, so I lived in Islington till I was 3. Then we moved to Stratford, where I grew up. I was still going to school in Islington. I've got the yarn wrapped around my foot now. And I always went to school in Islington. But anyway, yeah, so we moved to Stratford when I was 3. Then I met Ian when I was 15. And then I moved out of the family home when I was 15. Literally the day I left school, secondary school, I moved in with Ian. And then I know, but it's I've got a little bit of I can see a little bit outside. So yeah, I moved in with Ian, and then I was there for many years, and then in 2011, was it 2011? Yes, 2011, me and Ian moved into this flat. So we've been here quite a while now. We've outgrown this flat, don't get me wrong. Obviously with all the stuff that we have and bits and bobs, but we make do. And like I say in my vlogs, when I'm trying to tidy up and clear things away, that certain things live on the outside of things. We physically got nowhere to put them, so they live in a little corner somewhere. So yeah, no, I didn't actually grow up in that house. My sister did. She sort of lived there until she met her other half. Ouch, Mike. And then she did, when she was working for the NHS, she did move in with Mike and his family for a little while. Then she got pregnant, and then she moved back at my mum's. This was with Mikey. And then yeah, she's got her own place now. So yeah, I never lived there or grew up there or anything. I'm not an Essex girl. I'm a true Cockney because I was born within the sound of the Bow Bells. But people may say that I am a little bit Cockney, a little bit Essex, or not chavvy. What's the word? I'm an Essex girl. I like pink. Why is it I've come on here and my nose is running? Yes, we have the attic or loft or whatever, which is getting more and more fuller the more that we think to ourselves, oh, we'll just put that up there for now, and then you never ever get it down again. But to be honest, I do like going up there every so often just to have a look to see what is up there, and think, oh, like I can swap that with that. Or the reason that I get up there quite often is I have quite a lot of clothes up there. So in the winter, my summer clothes go up there. In the summer, my winter clothes go up there. So so I have to sort of change them round. I have chest of drawers up in the loft. It's really, really strange, I know, but I just don't have the room in the bedroom. You've seen how big my wardrobe is, and even with what we've got at the moment and the clothes that we've got down, we're still struggling for space. But yeah, so we've got two sort of tall boy things up there, and they're full up to the brim. I have a suitcase that is full up as well, and I think I have a bag across the top that is full up with like really, really old jumpers and things that I just don't want to get rid of just in case. And they're sort of jumpers that if we go camping, if we ever go camping again, or sort of painting and decorating, or if we move, they're just clothes that are not for best, if that makes sense. So yeah, it is handy having the loft. There is no way we would be able to live here if we didn't have the loft, just because the amount of stuff that we got. If we got a garage, then like if we did move and didn't have a loft, we would have to get a garage. But it's like a lot of the stuff that is in the loft, you don't want to get wet or damp. Our loft doesn't get damp, it's insulated quite well, so the floor's insulated. It's now got flooring across it. I'm really sorry, I'm just gonna have to go and blow my nose. I haven't got a cold or anything, but it's really, really driving me mad. Oh, there's a tissue here. I'm really sorry. Right, so now let me go and put that in the bin and get some hand sanitizer. Sorry if you can see the mess of my living room and everything on the side. Oh, let me use this one here. I can leave this over here. Oh, you can't see the mess on the side. Ian's putting a new surround system in, and there's just a bit of mess everywhere. So, even though I haven't been anywhere, but I don't know, my nose is just getting a bit, I don't know. Maybe it's because I knew, oh, my nose knew that I was coming on here. What am I working on? Working on my top. I will show you once this is gone in. Just dropped it on me. So I'm working on this, which is my summer top. Really, really lovely. Well, to be honest, I've had this hand sanitizer for quite a while, and it's the Purell one. My mum actually got me this for, I think when I was doing hairdressing and that, she got me this stuff because obviously going to different people's houses and that, and I've had it since then, so I've had it quite a while. Would I like to move? I would like to move, yes. That is something that me and Ian have spoke about in the past, about moving and things. We really enjoy living here. This is our home. We've been here for 9 years nearly. Well, just over, is it just over 9 years? 9 years. And so yeah, I really, really enjoy living here. I really, we've got lovely neighbours and things, but we do need somewhere bigger, don't get me wrong. I've always said that if by chance that I get pregnant or anything, not ruling anything out, that we would have to move. There is no way that we could have a child in this flat. It's too small. But maybe in the future it might be something that we look into. Our landlord or landlady has never said about her wanting to sell the flat or rent it to anyone else or anything like that. I think she feels like she's got very lucky with us. I know that makes me sound so big-headed, but obviously there's a lot of scary stories about tenants and things. We live in this flat. We know it's not our property, but we live in this flat. We've made it our home, and we will look after it because we have to live here. We will not live in a we will not make the place where we live a dump, if that makes sense. I know that sounds so wrong, but like when you see these people that absolutely don't care about where they live, and they let their animals poo everywhere or wee everywhere, and not look after the property that they're living in. I was never brought up like that. My mum and dad owned their flat, well, part buy, part own, whatever, part rent, part own. They did that at Stratford, so the property was half theirs. They looked after it. It was a home. So yeah, my grandparents were the same. My aunts and uncles were the same. And when I moved in with Ian's mum, she obviously, well, mum and dad, they obviously own their property, so everything gets looked after basically. So this is our home, and we look after it. It's as simple as that. Oh, congratulations! More knitting or crochet coming your way. Oh, that's so lovely. That's brilliant news. Oh, so cute. I love babies. I love when I can give them back at the end of the day. But no, babies are so cute and precious. So yeah, this is it unravelled, obviously. The colours are coming up a little bit different on the screen. Cora, oh, that's so cute. Oh, bless her. And she will have the story for the rest of her life to say, I was born when the UK went isolation. No one was allowed out. That would be a story, won't it? And it's like I said to Ian a couple of days ago now. I said, give it, what? I did say 100 years, and he said less than that. Did I say 100 or did I say 10? Maybe I said 10, not 100, and he said 5. I said, can you imagine in like 10 years time there's going to be films about the coronavirus outbreak and everyone in isolation, and it's sort of like it's all going to be really, really strange, because obviously if it's in 10, 15, 20 years time, then like our kid, or how can I word this, like the children that are not at school at the moment, the babies that are being born are going to watch these films, and they're going to probably not remember much about it or know what's going on. Like Mikey's not going to know what's going on. Ollie obviously hasn't got a clue what's going on. And babies that are being born at the moment, they don't know what's going on. But it's like they will be able to actually see it from the films that will get made, because no doubt films will get made. There's been films about 9/11 and other things, so 100% there is going to be films about it. And Ian went, no, I give it 5 years. I just went to him, I said it first. So yeah, if there's ever films about it, then yeah, I said it first. Oh, that's cute. Did they find out what the baby was going to be before she was born? Yes, I think there's going to be a baby boom, Nathan. I really do. Everyone's stuck at home. What else can you do? Unless you got knitting or crochet, that is. But oh, knitting or crochet keeps you sane. I keep saying to Ian about learning to crochet, and he just keeps saying no. What do I want to do that for? That's your hobby. But obviously with his anxiety and that, I just thought maybe might calm him down, but he's not interested. He's interested in what I make, but he's never been interested in sort of having a go. Even when I knitted, sort of started knitting when I was about 18, I think. And I knit really weird because I knit over my needles. I know a lot of people sort of knit holding their needles like that. I just can't sort of knit like this. You've all seen me knitting before on videos and whatever, but yeah, I just can't knit like that. I knit my way. I knit it comfortably. I knit to be comfortable. So big baby boom. Yes, definitely. Yes, he loves his blanket. He hasn't used it for a little while. It's been quite warm, but it is on the back of the sofa. Yeah, it is. It's on the back of the sofa, so it's always there if he needs it or wants it, whatever. But it's been quite warm in here the last couple of days, obviously with the sun shining and that. We've had windows open, so I think it will be a get more use next winter. I will try once the shops are open again. I do know that there's Poundland do the vacuum bags. I have got some, and I'm probably gonna try and buy some big ones of those so I can put the blankets in and put them in the loft, because I don't want to just put them in a bag. I do want to sort of protect them a little bit from the smell and whatever that is up there. Yes, well, I put a cardigan on, but I got cold, and I think it's because during the morning the sun is round sort of the kitchen and bathroom windows, and then it takes a little while for it to come sort of over the building and then shine through the front room and bedroom window. So what is the time now? Just gone 1:30, so I think maybe it will start warming up in here a little bit, and I'll have to take the cardigan off. And but I've shut the window as well because I was a bit chilly. But yesterday I had the windows open all day yesterday. It was lovely. But I know it's so lovely out, and I did say that if the weather was crap and it was raining and miserable, then that would stop everyone going out. But because the weather is so nice, that is why everyone's going out and just not following the rules and everything. But if the weather was absolutely crap, then everyone would be staying in, wouldn't they? Who wants to go out in the rain? Nobody. Don't worry, we're all like it sometimes. I won't worry about it. Yeah, you've got to be comfortable while you're crafting. That's what I believe anyway. I even crochet, not weird, but I suppose my way, and I hold the pen, I hold the pen, I hold the hook like a knife, not a pen. So, but that's just my way, and I get the end result like anyone else does. So I would say, like, what is everyone's plans for the weekend? But probably not a lot. Sitting indoors and yes, it's typical though, isn't it, that it's nice and sunny when no one is allowed out. It's just, obviously, if you're lucky enough to have a garden, or we've got a little bit of green out the back, you've seen it before, we've got a bit of green, and there was one of our neighbours out there yesterday on a, I don't know if it was a blanket or whatever it was, a sheet of some sort, reading a book, which I thought was really nice. And it is, I suppose, out there is big enough for us to sit far enough apart that we haven't got to be right next to each other. There is a table and chairs out there that I think, if this weather persists to be nice, Let me have a look. Well, it's going to be nice all next week as well. That's good, isn't it? So I might see if Ian will pull out the table that's out there. So then we can at least, like the neighbours or whatever, it's not our table, it is a neighbour's table, but we can take it in turns to go and sit out there, and or sit on the grass or just whatever, because I think if we all have to sit indoors for 3 weeks and not even walk out the door, I think we're all going to go a bit insane. So yeah, I've seen that, Nathan. I think a lot of people are just sort of doing it to give someone something to do. There was one, I was watching a vlog this morning. Who was I watching? Who was I watching? Was it this morning or last night? There was someone that's doing 30% off their patterns. Terrible, aren't I can't remember now. How bad is that? There's quite a few people that have got money off or free. Just go and have a look on Ravelry, Pinterest, Etsy, and I'm sure that we've all got enough patterns in our stash that we don't have to have or have to go out and, I'm not saying don't go out and buy patterns, obviously not, but I'm sure we've all got enough in our stash to think up a pattern, think up a pattern, whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah, I think just a little bit of, even if you have a little yard or you've got a little front garden, I think at the moment we're just gonna have to make the most of what we got. And even if you don't have a front garden, then just go and take a chair and sit out on the pavement. Nobody else is going to be walking past. And I just think you've got to make the most of it. And I say that every year about this little bit of garden that we have here. And like I said, we've been here for 9 years. There were a couple of years that I did go and sit outside and just knit, crochet, whatever. But I do think that if it's going to be nice, I'm going to pull out that table. If it's not broken, that is. And there's a couple of chairs out there. And just sit there with my iPad, maybe, watching some YouTube and crafting, or just taking my crafting out there for an hour and then letting somebody else go down and spend some time in the sunshine or whatever they want to do. The only difficult thing is that obviously all our front room windows face that way, so we can sit out there and people can watch us. And then the other way is that people think we might be looking in, but that's not what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be looking in and spying on people. We're just going to be sat there trying to get a bit of fresh air. So yeah, the Arnie and Carlos knit along from stash. I haven't heard of that. I was thinking that, Nathan, but no one would see it from my window. That's the only thing, because we face nobody, and even in the car park, like in the other windows, we don't face anybody. And I know I could do it for myself, if that makes sense, but we just don't face anyone, and I think not that it would go to waste because I would be able to see it. I just wish that we did live on sort of, maybe not a main road, but somewhere that people did at least walk past. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna Google that then. I'm just writing it down. I'll have a look at that after. is it on her blog or anything like that, a web page? But like I say, I do want to start the Bradley cardigan for Ollie, and I am going to do it in the 12-month size, because obviously at the moment it's warming up. He does still need cardigans, but I'm going to do it the 12 months, and then I can give it to him for his birthday, or he can have it before that, or whatever, and then it will last him hopefully through to autumn. I don't mind, like when we lived at, when we lived at Ian's mum's, the garden was quite big there, and it was really nice. You like could sit out there, and she's got a quite big garden, to be honest, and that was really nice. My mum has a nice garden, but I just feel if I had my own garden, I would be out there all the time. All the time I would be sitting in the garden. I'd have my first cup of coffee, I would go and sit out in the garden. Even if it was a bit chilly, I'd have my dressing gown on, and I'd be one of those people. But because it's a shared garden out there, and we have to sort of access it from round the side of the building, obviously hanging washing out and things like that, that don't bother me. I just go and do that. But actually spending time out there, I don't know, I just feel like I would be imposing on people, and people would think, pardon me, I'm so sorry. I don't know where that's come from. And people would be thinking, oh, what's she doing out there? I hope she's not looking at me. And like, I suppose I could sit with my back to the windows, but then is that being rude? I don't know. I really don't know. I just think that at this time and moment, we've got to enjoy the space that we have got. I know we can go out for exercise and things like that, but I can't walk very far because of my back and my knees. I can't stand for very long because of my back and my knees. So yeah, it's a bit difficult. Obviously I can walk, but it's not like I can just walk from here to the park, because that's quite far. Walk around the park and walk back, I think I would collapse halfway, probably halfway to the park. But do I feel like people watching me? Not really. There is 17 flats here, but I think 5 of them, their windows just face sort of the road, like the main road, or the road you have to get to come into here. So they wouldn't really be looking. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't mind if people were watching me. That don't bother me. Like, I'd just be there. I would put my headphones in if I was watching YouTube or whatever, and take my knitting. And if you want to watch me do that, then that's fine. That don't really bother me. But it's I don't want people thinking that I'm watching them, if that makes sense. But I might do it one day, you never know, and I might do a little time lapse of me out there crafting. Watch this space. Not today, but I might get Ian to come out there and do the table and move it for me. It's up in the corner at the moment. Yeah, it's up in the corner. So and our barbecue has gone missing from out there. I think the gardeners have put it in the bin. It was out there from last year. We only had one barbecue last year, but it was sort of at the end of the year, which wasn't very good. But yeah, I think they've thrown it away. But it was only a cheap little barbecue, so it wasn't too bad. My belly is rumbling. I haven't had no lunch yet. But yeah, so it's lovely and sunny. I would do a time lapse of the sky, but it wouldn't change because it's just pure blue. It is beautiful, really really nice out there. But it's a shame we can't enjoy it. But I think if we was all at work and all at school and things like that, everyone would be moaning that it's nice, and then at the weekend it would be rubbish weather. So as long as we can just spend a little time out in our gardens, I think it will be good. It is really nice, Nathan. Have you got a garden or somewhere that you can go or anything, just to, even if it's just to spend half hour outside? That's true. Open a window, get some fresh air in, sit by the window. That's what I do sometimes here, is instead of sitting on the sofa over the other side of the room, last year I actually put my chair right near the window, had the window wide open, and just enjoyed it. It's supposed to be really nice next week as well. It's on my phone, on the Apple weather thing. Every day is sunny on there, so hopefully Jan is getting a bit of sunshine, because I know that she's always saying it's raining. It's always raining in Manchester, so I hope she is getting a little bit of sunshine so she can sit on her deck. I haven't watched her latest video yet either, so she was sat in the garden. Exactly. I just wish I had my own little garden, but hey ho, at least we are in London, or I am in London, in Chinkford, East London, and we do have a little bit of green that we can go and sit out in, because I know so many places and flats and houses and homes and whatever are being built at the moment with no outdoor space. So I am grateful for that. I am grateful that we've got a car park that we can safely park our cars, and I am grateful for the little bit of green that we have got round the back. So I know so many people haven't got that, but yeah, it's nice just to know that we can if we want to, and I think that that want to might, for me, change into I'm going to, just because I think it would be it'd be nice to sit out there. Jill, I hope that too. I really, really do. I hope that it's all over and done with. And I think the more people isolate themselves, the more chance that this has got of not spreading, and we can all go back to normal and live our normal lives. This is going to go down in history, isn't it? Really, really is going to go down in history. And that is just what I keep thinking. I just keep thinking, like, in 100 years' time, they're going to be teaching this in school and things like that, like when the plague and all the different things that used to go on years and years ago. It's going to be a proper weird one, even though we're moaning at the moment. Well, not moaning, but we're going through it at the moment. It's really strange to think that they will be teaching this in years to come. I just think that's really, really strange. I'm going to, Connie. That is what I'm going to do. Our holiday was in June, and it hasn't been cancelled yet. And the holiday company have got a thing up on their website saying that their flights have only been cancelled up until middle of April so far. And I think that is because obviously this lockdown is until then, and they are contacting everyone in date order of when it's going to be cancelled. But I do think that ours is going to be cancelled too. Yeah, I'm just grateful that we have a little bit of garden. Was swine flu as, I can't even remember, to be honest. I think I was, you know, when you're like teenager or you early 20s or whatever, and you're just not really interested in what's going on, and obviously being a bit older now, and this is just like awful what's going on. They're even having to make the Excel Centre into a makeshift hospital with 4,000 beds, and you've probably seen it on the news or Facebook, the video. Yeah, the flu pandemic. Oh, really? Oh, sorry, my thumb. Yeah, I just think I've heard that this hates the heat, but then I've heard that um, it can what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for, people? It can spread in the heat. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it can thrive in the heat as well. So I think there's been a lot of there's been a lot of speculation of whether it can or can't handle the heat. Hopefully it can't, and then that way we can all get rid of it. But um, hot places are getting it, so that just it just don't make sense. If hot places are getting it, then they're probably not getting it as bad, because Malta is quite, obviously we go to Malta on holiday, if you didn't know already. Where have you been? Have you been under a rock? Yeah, we what was I saying? God. That the that's it, mutate, that's it. The they're quite warm at the moment, and they're still getting cases of it. So I don't know, maybe it doesn't like really, really, really hot heat. I just really don't know. Yeah, there's too many conflicting statements about it. It's really, hopefully that is right and it hates the heat, and it will just fizzle itself out. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because, or I'm not a scientist, and I really don't know. I just hope that no one that I know, or or well, no one that I know, my family, my friends, people on YouTube, anywhere. I just hope that no one gets it and becomes really, really ill from it. I do know that one person that I follow on Instagram has had it, but she got a very mild case of it. So she's still in isolation at the moment, but we think that one of our friends might have had it. He was really, really ill. He was throwing up quite a lot. He had a headache. He had a fever and things like that. So he's in isolation as well at the moment. But he's on the other side of it. So hopefully that'll all just sort of blow over for him as well. It's really annoying that the comments doesn't stay, and I've got to press the screen for it to come back up. They definitely are still learning about it. It's so very fresh, isn't it? And there's been stories about it was oh, did I mark this off? Did I mark this off? I'm gonna have to count my rows, aren't I? What was I gonna say? I'm gonna mark this one off. Yeah, I think that's right. My odd rose or pearl, so that's right. Yeah, they were saying that it's lab made, and it was to it was made in the lab, and then that's why the doctor got it, and so on and so forth. There's so many different stories. No one ever is ever going to get the true story of it. So just might as well let the scientists get a cure instead of trying to see where it came from, I suppose. Obviously we need to know where it came from, but the best place is to get a cure at the moment because of how many people are getting ill and are dying and are suffering. So yes, that was another theory, that it came from people eating bats. Apparently Ian read on Facebook that, never believe what anyone puts on Facebook, but he read that Chinese government have put in a thing, a policy, a law, whatever, that the Chinese people are not allowed to keep certain animals anymore, or kill, eat, whatever, any animals anymore. How true that is, I don't know, because obviously it was on Facebook. So you never know, never ever know. I have this much left of my first ball, and I have this much of the top ton. I know, it's like when you see the things on the internet of the markets in China, and they have these animals on sticks that have been deep fat fried or smothered in something and then barbecued, and oh, it just looks absolutely vile. Like, why would you even want to try it? It's like, no, you're crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, why would you even want to? It's just disgusting. And yeah, it's like it's like going into I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, and trying a food trial. no. But yeah, it's not very nice. I'm gonna go and get some lunch because I am quite hungry. I don't know what time Ian's going to be home, or whether he's still stuck in traffic where the road's closed. Look at my crazy hair. But I washed it, and then I thought, oh, it's really nice, I'll have it down. I had it down for about an hour or so, and then I thought, well, I'm not going out, I'll just bung it up. Might as well. What's the point in having it down looking nice when I'm just in here? Obviously seeing yous as well, but you know what I look like when I make makeup on, and I've got big fat black eyebrows. Oh. Yeah, they will eat anything, absolutely anything. They eat cats and dogs, and it is disgusting. Like, why would you even want to even imagine that? Obviously that's the way they've been brought up, and that's their culture, whatever, but yeah, it's just disgusting. It's not very nice at all. Thank you, Jill. Hi, Jan. I was just talking about you a little while ago. Just saying that I'm hoping that you've got some sunshine, and I'm hoping you're getting to sit out on your deck, not in your deck, on your deck, because it is lovely and sunny. It's probably a little bit chilly, but yeah, it's lovely weather, absolutely lovely. And I was just saying about getting the table from our garden, and trying to sit out there for an hour or so a day crafting or watching YouTube or doing something just out and about. But I said I went to the post office this morning. It was quite early, don't get me wrong, and it was like a ghost town, my little road bit. I might try and take a video if I go out. I don't know when I'm going to go out, but try and do a little video of just how ghostly it is. There's not one shop open, there wasn't one person walking down the road. It was yeah, it was a bit eerie, but that's the way it should be at the moment. I went out because I needed to post a parcel or a package, and the post office was closed, so I posted it through the letterbox. Not the I keep saying the letterbox, the post box, the big red thing. Keep calling it a letterbox. But yeah, so I just think we all need to keep crafting, keep posting. If you post on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. I'm not very active on Facebook, I must admit. I'm more active on Instagram, even though I haven't been active on Instagram. I do want to do a bit more Instagram. I've got into the Instagram bug where I do watch it quite a lot. Has anyone got into the TikTok thing? Nathan, have you got into the TikTok thing? I've followed a few people on there, and it's so funny. I don't know how to do a TikTok, don't get me wrong, I do not have a clue, but some of them are hilarious, really funny, and I don't even know where to, I wouldn't even know where to start. Maybe I should look. Our post office ain't open at all. It said a big notice on the shutter. Post office closed until further notice. No, is further notice or foreseeable future? I can't remember. One of them. I see a lot of TikToks on Instagram, and they are just so funny. They are really, really funny. I wouldn't even know where to start. Oh God! Now they're swearing. Look. Sorry. I can't really put this on, can I? Just in case they're swearing. I want to try it, I think. Give it a go. You never know. Make a fool of myself. But yeah, it's worth a try, isn't it? I like Instagram. I like the you can do the stories and people can react to your stories as well. That's the same as me, Nathan. I've got TikTok. I ain't got a clue how to do it. I haven't got a clue. But it's trial and error, isn't it? I might do one day. We'll see. I doubt Ian will go on it. He's not very it's like he doesn't really like to be on my videos and things like that, and he likes to be in the background shouting, not shouting, but talking in the background and correcting me quite a lot. But he's not one for even like taking pictures and things like that. He's always, don't put that on Facebook, don't put that there. So I'll have to let you know when. I don't know yet. I'll put it on my Instagram as well if I can. I was like that like a little while ago, Jan, and I was always like on Facebook and doing things, but I think Facebook has become such a big, massive thing now that everyone has their own pages, everyone has their own groups, everyone has their own profile. It's mind-boggling sometimes, and it's like me. I've got my own group, I've got my page, I've got my profile. It's like when do I post? Where on Instagram everything is in the one thing, and you can just do grid post or a story. I really, really am enjoying Instagram just because I don't know. I don't know if it's the people I follow or what, but I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying being on there, even though I haven't posted for a little while. And I always think to myself, and I always say this, you know, I do on my videos. I'm going to be more active. I'm going to be more active, and I never am. But I think what it is as well is, I have a lot of family follow me on Instagram, and they don't really follow me on here, so. I think it's the case that they're gonna see what I put up, like where they're not gonna see what I put up on here. I know that's really odd and really strange, but I just got to embrace it, haven't I, and just get on with it. And yeah, I'm me, and if you don't like it, unfollow. But I'm gonna go because my stomach is talking to me. I hope you all have a lovely day with whatever you're doing. I don't mind being on camera. That doesn't bother me. I'm quite I did drama at school and things like that, so I quite like the drama of it, and the being on camera and the show and tell and things like that. So I'm not shy in any way at all, I don't think, and I will try anything. So You never know. I'm going to go and get some lunch. Keep saying this. But thank you all so much for joining me. I've had a really nice over an hour now. But my stomach is talking to me, so I do really apologise. Yeah, I think a lot of people do forget on posting and things like that. Hi Jill, I'm really sorry, I'm starving. I'm gonna go and get some lunch. Um, yeah, I used to do like show and tell for my mum and dad when I was little, and I used to get them to sit down on the sofa, and I used to either sing or like act out something. Yeah, I really, it doesn't bother me. I was like that since I was little. I'm getting warm now, the sun's coming in. But anyway, I'm really gonna go. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am vlogging today, so go and check that out when I upload it tomorrow. And thank you all so much, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye.